Hello everyone, let's look at percentage word problems from Primary 6 Mathematics. And this is question 5. First, let's read the question. Box A and Box B had a total of 3,600 red, blue and yellow marbles. There were twice as many marbles in Box A as Box B. In Box A, there were 25% as many red marbles as the total number of blue and yellow marbles. In Box B, 60% of the marbles were blue and yellow. After transferring some marbles from one box to another, 25% of the marbles in Box A and 40% of the marbles in Box B were red. How many marbles were there in Box A in the end? Next, let's underline the key phrases for this question. So the first key phrase is Box A and Box B had a total of 3,600 red, blue and yellow marbles. Next, there were twice as many marbles in Box A as Box B. Next, in Box A, there were 25% as many red marbles as the total number of blue and yellow marbles. Next, while in Box B, 60% of the marbles were blue and yellow. So after transferring some marbles from one box to another, 25% of the marbles in Box A and 40% of the marbles in Box B were red. So we need to find the number of marbles that were in Box A in the end. So first, we find the number of marbles in Box A and Box B. We know that there are a total of 3,600 marbles in Box A and Box B, and there were twice as many marbles in Box A as Box B. So it means that the total of 3 units of the number of marbles in Box A and Box B. So 3,600 divided by 3, you get 1,200. So 1 unit is 1,200, and this is the number of marbles in Box B. So the number of marbles in Box A will be 1,200 multiplied by 2, you get 2,400. Next, we know that in Box A, there were 25% as many red marbles as the total number of blue and yellow marbles. So we write the ratio as red is to blue and yellow. 25% as many red marbles as the total number of blue and yellow marbles means that 25 out of 100. And you simplify it, will be 1 out of 4. It means that 1 unit will be red and 4 units will be blue and yellow. Because we know the total number of marbles in Box A is 2,400. So we take 2,400 divided by 5, which is the total number of units. We get 480. And then 480 multiplied by 4, we get 1,920. Next, we need to find the number of marbles in Box B. For Box B, we know that total number of marbles is 1,200. And we see that 60% of the marbles were blue and yellow. So red is to blue and yellow. Blue and yellow will be 60%. Red will be 40%. 100% minus 60%, we get 40%. We simplify this ratio, we get 2:3. Because the total number of marbles in Box B was 1,200. We take 1,200 divided by 5. We get 240, and 240 multiplied by 2, we get 480 red marbles. And then 240 multiplied by 3, we get 720 blue and yellow marbles. Next, from here, we have after transferring some marbles from one box to another, it means that this number in Box A and Box B will be the number before the transfer. So after the transfer, there were 25% of marbles in Box A and 40% of marbles in Box B were red. It means that 25% in Box A were red, then the rest will be 75% blue and yellow. For Box B, 40% red, that means 60% will be blue and yellow. We simplify these ratios, we get 1:3 for Box A, and Box B 2:3 for the ratio after. From here, we can form equations by taking 1 unit from Box A plus 2 parts from Box B. just looking at the red marbles, will be equals to 480 for B4 and 480 for B4 in box A and B, and we get 960. We write units and parts to differentiate the number of marbles for the ratio in box A and box B. Next, the second equation will be 3 units plus 3 parts. We get 1920 plus 720, and we get 2640. From these two equations, from the second equation, we can simplify it to get 1 unit divided by 3. You get 1 unit plus 1 part equals to 2640 divided by 3, and we get 880. Next, because we want to find the number of marbles in box A in the end, we need to take away the parts. So to take away the parts, we multiply the second equation by 2. We get 2 units plus 2 parts will be equals to 880 multiplied by 2. We get 1760. Next, we take the second equation, we subtract with the first equation. So 2 units minus 1 unit, you get 1 unit. 2 parts minus 2 parts, the parts will be gone, and we take 1760 minus 960, we get 800. So if 1 unit is equals to 800, the total number of units for box A at the end will be 4 units. So 4 units will be equals to 800 multiplied by 4, we get 3200. So there were 3200 marbles in box A in the end. Alright, that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.